Hey, you tours, it's your boy Domination. I'm back again. The only place you're gonna get it, only place you're gonna get it, only place you're gonna get it, only place you're gonna get it. It's right back at the base. Chunk of the deuce is how we do it, Texas, baby. All right, the man out of Dallas back. You know what it is. And ladies, I'm single. You know what it is. Get at me, ladies. Fellas, get your grind up, get your paper up, get your stacks up together, take care of your business and your family and this and that and all that, and your woman. Because a real man rise up, fake man stand back. Because a real man don't take care of his kids, he ain't no real man. All right? Practice what I preach. Back at the basics. Man, this issue is really a basic to anybody who's make a real aware of what's really out of place. And I want to talk about animal cruelty. I want to ask a lot of people questions. Especially the fellas. Fellas, do you eat meat? Do you eat meat? I'm a man. That's what it's a man's thing. We both, all of us fellas out there eat meat. Most of us out there, but some are vegetarians. If fellas, if you eat meat, raise your hands because guess what? 'Cause I'm a meat eater. I love meat. I love chicken, burgers, and chicken wings, whatever what it may be. I love meat, man. You gotta have it. Even steak. That's for that you're playing with the big man right now, man. Grown and sexy men. Grown man pressed for the ladies. Man, I want to know, do y'all eat steak? Because the reason why I'm saying and the most of those who don't eat eating meat for the other fellas are vegetarians. Men, if you vegetarians, raise your hand if you vegetarians. And at the same thing, women, if you eat meat, raise your hand. Women, if you vegetarian, and the reason why I want to get on to this because the reason why I put out this edible Google because what I want to know where the food. What do y'all know where the food comes from? Where you think meat came from? The meat, right? It comes from the meat factor, meat. And a lot of people are saying the misconception about what's going on about animal cruelty. We all know about animal cruelty. And most of us who don't know. And women that say, if y'all know animal cruelty. And the reason why I'm talking about, and you know, women watch their health than anybody. Men don't watch their health. See, that's women are vegetarians. Men are not vegetarian. The only thing who vegetarian, I would probably say at least by white guys or Asian men. Some black men, not really. But the reason why, because they try to get people out there eat vegetarian and stop eating meat. And it's crazy because a lot of animals being cruel, being abused, being, put their hands out of animals and stuff like that. And I'm going to show you a video. Go to my favorite page. Go to favorites and you'll find a video because it was talking about, it's still in there. It's a lot of videos, but you'll find it. It's talking about animal cruelty, part 1, part 2. And they was trying to deal with the problem because you got some farm animals, that's where your food is coming from, the farm, and the milk come from. And they show some of the people are cruel to animals. They show one person kept throwing that chicken like a part of the football tournament, just throwing the chicken in right of that cage. They were abusing animals. They did all that. Even horses been abused. But you gotta admit, people, do we got to stop eating meat, people? Because right now you got I forgot what these people called. They save the animals or something like that. They trying to save the animals and get people to eat vegetarian. But I don't know. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm against animal cruelty, but at the same time, without animals, we gotta eat meat, and we gotta eat meat, and that goes for fellas. That goes some of the women. Feet is part of our as human beings, people, just like people is a part of us. And don't get me wrong, we need to treat animals just like they respect us, because animals are part of our lives too. I'm talking about harmless animals. I ain't talking about the wild animals. I'm talking about harmless like horses and dogs and chickens and all this other stuff. Even pigs, they harmless. And some of the animals that the others to use, it just be used for food and all that. Because without animals, it wouldn't be no food, and it had no food to left to eat. And vegetarians like fruit and vegetables and stuff like that. Now, fruit and vegetables and salad and all that, that's the most who the suffer in the matter of the food group. That's who's suffering. You go to every store, you'll see sugar and sugar and candy, or meat group, or sugar group, or whatever, food group and meat group. They'll go to meat group or sugar, meat and sugar. That's the one thing to go. But you won't see people won't go to the fruit and vegetables, like vegetarians and stuff like that. You don't see people like that, and y'all don't know. You know, noodles is the highest run because that's all women ever cook for the kids is the noodles, because they too good in there to stay in the kitchen. But some real women cook for real food. Shout out to real women. Real women rise up, fake women step down. But at the same time, as people do I want to know what y'all think about this, because we all know since Michael Vick, long time ago, way over the past, he went to jail for animal cruelty, and they kind of hate him for that because you got animal loving people out there. I love animals as well. I believe like this: animals need to be saved, and I agree with that. And other animals need to be eat, because they won't do the wild animals like that. Wild animals just like they go and bite their heads off of somebody. Even tigers and lions and bears, they won't go for that. They won't go to that. The only thing who them deep woods hunters will go to scared. They ain't scared to blast those animals like that. They go all out. But other people won't do that. But they do the harm animals. Ain't gonna do anything. Don't get me wrong, man. Or I just ever since I lost my dog, rest in peace to Soldier. And most of y'all don't know. I said in my other video about I just lost my dog. My dog died of a heat stroke, and I was and then my dad called my mom, and she told me that my dog just died, and I just break down in tears and crying because I just animals part of is people. It's part of us. They do a scientist where man was born with apes since the age of time, man, since the caveman's age. If you go back to the arithmetic scientists, animal is part man, and the man part animal, and we can relate to that. And some people that couldn't relate to that, even amongst women love animals and care for them and do things for them, and even dressing them like little children for them. Some women they can't have children, they have animals. It's like their children. I mean, it is. Some guys out there can't have no kids. They have animals like children as well, and we got to understand them. We got to respect them, and then do what we do. Others is just for use for food to eat it. Because I don't know, people want everybody and going the vegetarian route, because that will lose a lot of money. Because we would die if we don't have no meat in our system. And I'm vegetarian in some ways, but not all the way. I'm a meat eater. I love meat. I love to eat chicken and pork and beans, and I mean not beans, but being still part of meat, but at the same time, meat is meat. I mean, we gotta have it. It's part of being a man. It's a man thing, fellas. Shout out to y'all, man. Definitely. And I want to give me your comments, give me your video response, and tell me what you think about this main big issue about this, because this animal cruelty got to stop in some ways, because animals are being more suffered just like people do, and it's kind of sad, man, especially the harm animals they treat, but they won't do wild animals like that. And some of them ain't scared to do wild animals. And it's a shame, man. And that's the way this world is. This world will eat everybody alive and make us extremely, or put effect on you and make a harm on you. And we got to understand that, because animals are people, animals is part of us, and just like people is a part of animals. And it's just like it would make it best. If we could save the environment, we could save the animals too. So give me your comments, give me your video response, give me your give me your comments, and rate this video for 5 stars, or even more. And tell me what you think about this main big issue and as a problem and how we deal with it. Do you think that people need to stop eating meat, or they do, or you think they people do decided they can we got to eat meat, or we go to vegetarian, or we don't, and if you save the animals or we don't? Because I want to know. Tell me what everybody else is thinking, because this is my this is my own issue. This is my own point, and I'm just trying to speak right on point and right on because it affects everybody. If it affects the animals, it affects everyone. And animal, stop this animal cruelty. But at the same time, we need animals for food we can eat, and some who can and some of the animals can use for the ways we can have a heart, because heart transportation. If someone dies, they need a replacement with a heart with an animal, and we must be without animals, this world would never be nothing. It would never be the same. It would be a sad world, out of this world that we must live in. All right, and that's only the topic I'm gonna bring today. It's your boy Domination, Chunk of the Deuce. Is how we do the Texas, baby. All right, until next time, peace.